One of the things that I really admire about GovTech Services is they're very passionate about what they do in their product, and it's like it's their baby, and so they want it to be the best out there. They have their own programmers on staff that they can make changes immediately if you need them, and they just, with the owner having a background in county government, he understands our needs, our customers' needs, and he is a lot of times able to come up with these ideas on his own before we even think of things that we need. He's bringing them to us. We spend a lot less time on the phone with banks, escrow companies, mortgage companies, providing them information as far as what tax amounts are due, whether or not taxes have been paid. We no longer have to go into our files and code parcels to go to specific banks. That all happens on the back end of the website, so we don't see those requests. Banks can look at the tax status before they submit their payments, or even once they've submitted their payments. Once it hits the website, if the website knows that those taxes have already been paid, they refund those payments. They don't get imported into our system, so we spend a lot less time researching the big payments, why they don't balance, cutting refund checks. We literally import thousands of payments towards the end of our collection months and typically have maybe 1 or 2 refunds that we have to cut back. GovTech has worked very hard to achieve the highest level of PCI compliance, and they make sure that the companies that they're working with have also met those standards. When I'm serving my customers, I always try to relate it to my own life. And being a working mom, and I think of my personal banking experience, I do more banking online or in the overnight deposit box than I do over the counter. And I think the demographics of today's society is a lot different than it used to be. And it's very difficult for people to get into our office during our office hours. So by providing the website, it gives them the opportunity to have 24-hour access to our office. The nice thing about our project is that the project is paid for by the people that are using the product. So the mortgage companies, the escrow companies, they pay a fee for that data. Our constituents, when they make an online payment, there's a service delivery fee. That way it's not a burden to our property taxpayers. And again, it's being paid for by the people that are using the service.
My experience with GTS has been wonderful overall, and would I hesitate to ever go with them again? No, I would not. I'm extremely happy with the service that we get from them. We call, we get a response. You know, it's not like we have to wait 12 hours or something like that. You know, you'll be getting a call back in the next 2 hours. No, Mark calls you back or he answers the phone directly, and your problems get taken care of. The new generation and the old generation all want to do things online. You know, the new people, because that's all they know. They don't carry checkbooks, they don't do all the things that we grew up doing. So everybody now automatically goes online to do it, to do their business. The other part is that we hear from the older people is that they are retraining themselves to go say, hey, I don't need that checkbook. I don't need to go down to the courthouse and do this. I can do this online. Being an elected official, I need to have people responsive, so we have a problem with the website. I don't need somebody calling me 3 days later saying, well, Eric, you told me to check back and get this, that'd be taken care of, and it's not. It always is taken care of. We have a problem, Mark addresses it, talks to the people individually usually, and takes care of it immediately. We come in the morning around 150 motor vehicle registrations, or we'll have $20 million worth of escrow payments that are put in our bank account that night. All that means is that nobody in my office has to touch it. So those escrow payments, we don't have to deal with anything before or after it. All we do is balance the money. The accounts are all updated. They're all updated through the computer, through the website, and we don't touch them. We don't have any refund checks through the Escrow Pro because with GTS, they have a no refund policy on their through the escrow company. So those all get checked before the fact that we even receive the money. So we don't, and so we do not have any refunds.